they do win today, they cannot catch up to King Zone, so they're set here for 4th place up against Gen G, who are in 7th, and it's been kind of downhill for this young 80 carry that, I call him young, but he has been around for quite a while here in Korea, and we'll see if he can go up against Ruler, who is definitely a guy in the bottom lane that is not an easy opponent.
Well, we'll have to see what Ghost can actually do today, because I think that most people's eyes will be on Ruler to try to carry Gen G here again.
I suppose you wouldn't be including Sword into that top 3, as, you know, Griffin definitely a top team, but has been showing their one weakness, really, in recent times, even yesterday, with Sword having a rough couple of games. But we're going to focus here on...
the matchup just keeps getting worse for LeBlanc later in the game. Kog'Maw!
He insta-locked that. He didn't wait at all. I was like, oh yeah, they're hovering Kog'Maw, and I'm like, wait, no. It's actually locked in.
I'm excited right now. That is the slimy bot lane.
Well, what do you think about Kale and Kog'Maw on the same team? We saw Gen G fighting to stay in the LCK. Let's hop into it. We don't care. Although Joker's is getting in range here. Onfleek's getting in there. Is going to steal it, but he's got to use his flash after baiting Joker to heroic entrance in this one. Now they're considering going back in there. Peanut kind of just standing there and taking one. And they're going to get on top of Life here. The taunt does come in. Cleanse having to be used here by Life. Nice amount of damage there on a Ruler. First Blood finally comes in at 16 minutes. And they're trying to go in here, but the clone is able to block a bunch of that damage on the backside. So we'll just be the one kill and the push.
Rift Herald is going to be summoned here in mid lane. That's definitely going to be the mid-tier 1 turret going down at the very least. Will Shelly end up getting 2 charges here? Fly coming in, trying to offer a little bit of damage. Only does a sigil onto Joker, and that'll be the end of the push. What am I outside of Sandbox? As it looks like we're potentially brewing for another team fight.
Gen G have to be careful after that last one. That's going to be a double knockup already. Getting that Galio on in there. That's that combination of Callista Galio that you're going to get every single time, as they just feel like Life, even though he has been the brunt of the 2 kills here so far, is going to have a really important job to keep his team alive and well. So that's hard to auto-lock these champions even faster than they did. As the flash comes in, Devour is there. Life is going to flash away. Also does have the cleanse. Peanut, though, in a bit of trouble. Has to be healed, and Roach coming in. Just has to ult himself as he's got a Kha'Zix on his back. On Fleet going 1v2 right now, as he does have the Galio for the follow-up. Make that 3 kills. As Sandbox are going to totally decimate Gen G in that team fight. Looking for Ghost here, but that's not going to pay off for you. A very desperate attempt that almost worked out, but probably wouldn't have changed the Baron going down.
Now, this is an interesting spot where I guess the open drakes are potentially beneficial, but I do think that Sandbox is likely just to recall after capturing this Baron. They're all pulling a lot of gold right now. They've been on the map for quite a while. They've netted themselves quite a lot of kills. As Ruler tries to able to in the end.
And in the picture-in-picture, we do see Onfleek assassinating another member of Gen G, and this time it's going to be the Kog'Maw even. So both the hyper carries on the side of Gen G can't get this bug off their back, as Onfleek, we were wondering about the decision to go for Kha'Zix, and so far the assassinations have been good.
Yep. Summit now pushing in the bottom lane. Roach, level 15, not quite 16, but honestly, it's just not going to matter anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they're so far behind at this point, and everything is just falling so fast on the side here of Gen G. They're going to push double inhibitors immediately. They still have 2 minutes on Baron.
Dragon, which I find so surprising, and I'll talk about why in a second. But first, we're going to talk about on-fleet Kha'Zix coming over and picking up.
아, 나 연습하면 바로 빤스로 가네. 걱정 마, 걱정 마, 걱정 마. 거기만.
뭐야 저거.
Saying don't worry, and then he
다 떨렸죠?
spots the cog
다
ball.
뚫자. 이번에 미드
They
바텀
sound
It's a
so
nice amount of damage. Okay, here she comes. All right, we're on point with that. Let's see.
We need the
Everybody,
music.
eyes on Roach.
Cue the music. Doing less than Cogma.
Hey, she was able to kill Julia there. That's true. Got some Baron minions. He's having a little bit of trouble with those. Now Sandbox are just like, yeah, we're not really going to fight against you. We're just going to move over to the right side. We got the super minions now. We're really going to push in, and oh boy. Now Roach doesn't have any health. She's going to get hit by that Paddle Star. That's more of a Zoe thing than a Kale thing at this point in his life. Going to lose it once again, as he does come in to save Ruler's life, but he doesn't have the Cogmaw, or rather the Tom Kench, and pick after pick just coming on in. They're desperately trying to hold on to their base. Fly can't even kill on Fleek in the back line, and there's nothing he can do as he's going to go down. Kale desperately trying to hold on to this one, but it's not going to matter. Level 16 or not, GG comes through in about 28 minutes.
At the end there, they were just way too far behind, though, for anything to really happen. And I guess my end conclusion of this is when you're Genji, okay, I can understand the Cogmaw to an extent. Ruler on a hyper carry, can you get late game? But then, what is with the LeBlanc for Fly? Why does Genji continue picking Olaf?